What is up, weather enthusiasts? I'm your host, Pat's Path Predictor. Let's get right into the weather. Alright, so this is the situation we have right here. We have Invest 98L, which is either just off the coast or making landfall in Texas right now. This is what we have. We're back down to a 10% chance of development. Let's go ahead and take a look at the satellite imagery of it, because I will say, the satellite imagery, the organization of it has improved quite a bit in the last day, but the problem is it's just too close to land. It's expected to make landfall if it hasn't already. There's just not enough time for this thing to develop. If it stayed out there for another day or so, then potentially it could have. But that does not negate the fact that there's a lot of rain going on in a lot of Texas right now. There's potentially some flooding potential going on. Well, remember, if you're under a flash flood warning, get to higher ground. That's basically the main threat we have. We don't have any wind threat right now. But I will say that seeing two invests in the last week, that really shows you that the tropics are starting to wake up more and more. And I've been saying this like a broken record, but the conditions are getting better every single hour. In fact, we have another tropical wave that's expected to come off of Africa in the next few days. This is it right here. This is in Mali right here, and what I'm seeing is this thing's moving pretty quickly. This thing will probably come off the coast in the next day or two right here. And do I think this one's going to develop? It has some potential, but we don't have an area of interest from the NHC yet, so we're going to have to wait and see when it comes to that. But I will say that the waters, once again, if we take a look at them for today, plenty of warm. That Gulf Stream goes all the way up hundreds and hundreds of miles away from Bermuda. We're looking at 28 degrees Celsius from Africa all the way to the Gulf, and all the way up off the coast of Virginia right now. So that's basically what we are looking at right now, and the waters are only going to get warmer in the next few weeks. Peak hurricane season starts in September. That's when the waters are at their warmest. So the waters haven't really maxed out yet, but they are starting to, which is both good and bad news. The good news is because once they start maxing out, they'll start cooling down. The bad news is that only causes more cause for just more stuff developing, more stuff forming more hurricanes. And if we take a look at the wind shear. The wind shear, on average, has been calming down. We did have a bit of a resurgence in the Western Gulf right here, but it is on average starting to calm down. We have some wind shear going on in the Eastern Atlantic right now, but that should be taken care of in the next few days. And we have the models we can pull up for you. Let's go ahead and get back to the start right here. This is where we are now. This is the 0Z of the European. We'll show the GFS as well. The European really has this, and then in the next few days, we continue to look at it. We have that tropical wave, or a tropical wave. We have something potentially coming off on August 18th or August 19th right here. August 17th. After August 17th, that's when things are going to start ramping up, ladies and gentlemen. Both the European and GFS models agree on that. And we have, for the European, we have several scenarios of that potential Gulf tropical system I've been talking about like a broken record right here. And the European has a potentially a strong tropical storm or a weak hurricane that's kind of meanders off the coast of Texas or Louisiana. I'm going to be honest, unless there's like a very high ridge area just keeping it in place, I don't think that's going to happen at this point. I think it's going to come up, it's going to make landfall. Now the question is, how strong will it get? How strong it will get, and where it will develop. My guess is that it's going to start at the Caribbean, but it's not going to start really developing until it enters the Western Gulf of Mexico. That's what I'm thinking right here. But after August 20th, we have stuff coming off of Africa, tropical waves off of Africa. It's basically like it's a loaded gun right now. It's just it's about to start shooting out tropical waves. And the European has a lot of potential scenarios of hurricane strength ensemble members right here, and they go out quite a lot, with some even developing in the Caribbean, some making impact in the Dominican Republic, Haiti, and Cuba. So that's what we're looking at with the European. The GFS, we're going to go ahead and show you that as well, just to show you what we're talking about. Let's go ahead and go back to where it is now. And the GFS is also very interesting. It has the same that same Gulf of Mexico, like the European and GFS. They're pretty much cross-checking each other when it comes to that that potential Caribbean and Gulf development. I've been saying like a broken record, and we'll show you the moisture with that. We'll show you the dry air with that, because you saw the wind shear, you saw the warm waters. We'll show you the moisture, kind of like to cross-check it. I talked to Michael Romali about this, and they said that the only thing that could really stop this thing from developing is if the atmosphere is too stable, and that's where we are at right now. I mean, I haven't checked the instability of the atmosphere in that part of the region in a while, but I will start taking a look at that in the future. But for now, the GFS has several model runs. Like, take a look at this. We have these three ensemble members depicting a strong tropical storm or weak hurricane as of yet, one of which making landfall in northeastern Mexico, another making landfall in the Houston area, and one final one making landfall in more northeastern central Mexico. So it's still an interesting situation. Everywhere from Veracruz to New Orleans needs to pay close attention to this in the next few days, and I will help you guys out with that. But the GFS has even more stuff coming up. Have even more Caribbean scenarios. Like, some of these get really strong. We're looking at a 969 scenario right here, making landfall somewhere in the Dominican Republic in Haiti. And look at this. This is 16 days out, sure, but we have a concentration of scenarios going on. We have a couple of hurricane scenarios. Like, we have one potentially making landfall in Belize. The point I'm trying to make here is that even though, like, we're not sure what's going to exactly happen in 2 weeks from now, we know that the tropics are getting way more active, and they're getting active very fast. And I've said this last time. It's watch time. You gotta start watching for the tropics. Get your hurricane preparedness plan in action. Not in action, but get it ready. And I will continue to update you guys as the situation progresses. But with that being said, we're going to go ahead and wrap up this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Be sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you are new. It helps me out, helps me make more videos like these. The goal of this channel is to get more people engaged with weather. Also, follow me on Twitter. I will leave a link to that in the description down below. It is much appreciated. But with that being said, guys, have a wonderful day. Stay safe.